Welcome back to another video. We are in Sunshine Cup, and today we're going to be featuring a team revolved around the Pidgeot and Steelix paired with the Dubwool. So Dubwool is kind of like the alternative to a Vigoroth in this Sunshine Cup. We do have the Dubwool in this team as our safe switch, so we're going to switch into the Dubwool. We are met with a Gligar. We go for the payback, so they actually just tank the payback, which is fine. And now we are going to go for body slam here because we think we can get to 2 body slams. We do get the shield, which is fantastic. Job well done by the Dubwool. We're going to be able to do some more chip damage, and that is really good. Dubwool taking the Gligar down to a sliver of health, getting a shield. What more could you ask for? We come in with the Pidgeot just to soak up damage, and it ends up being the Aerial Ace, which is fine. And then now we're going to switch into the Shadow Steelix. The Shadow Steelix with 2 shields isn't enough to win this game. We tank a Weather Ball, which is great. And it looks like our opponent is... what is that? Did they catch a move? They did catch a move on their Victini. This Victini here is able to win CMP versus our Steelix. We have to shield here. So we do decide to shield, even though we did debuff it. But either way, we're going to go for a breaking swipe here that is undercharged so we can get an extra Dragon Tail in. That's exactly what we do. Here, we're going to have to end up letting it go because we think that 1 shield with the Pidgeot should be enough to farm down this Abomasnow. So because it is the Shadow, I believe that is the play, and that is exactly what happened. So GG's to our opponent right there, recognizing that we did have to shield that Steelix. Basically, we just had to farm down with the Pidgeot. Because we remember that it was a Shadow version, and we didn't believe that they can get to 2 moves before we can farm them down. So here we are met with the Shadow Ninetales. This Shadow Ninetales is kind of neutral against this Pidgeot, so looks like they're going to throw a move first. This is going to be shielded here because we also want to kind of stay in here. We're baiting the Brave Bird here. Doesn't get the shield, so that's great for my opponent. Here, we have it debuffed, so we're not going to shield this one. And then maybe we get a shield on the next one here. Let's see how bad they want the lead. Looks like they're going to be able to get to another Weather Ball if they shield, so that's exactly what happened. So we decided to switch out. And we're going to tank a Weather Ball here by Dubwool. And we are actually met with a Vigoroth here. So because we have an energy advantage, we might be able to squeak this one by, but we don't have the health advantage. We are able to get to 2 body slams here, and we do get that last shield, so job well done, but the Dubwool will take it. We're going to let this go because we think that we can win the game with the Steelix in the back here. So it looks like all along we're going to be trying to farm this down. They go for the Bulldoze right there, and we correctly shielded it, and that allows us to farm it completely down. So energy with this Steelix looking very key. We are met with the Piloswine. This Piloswine is going to be trying to throw a move. We simultaneously switch, but unfortunately the Ninetales actually takes out our Pidgeot, so that's really bad for us. And that allows them to farm a little bit on our Pidgeot and get to a move. So GG's to our opponent right there. Kind of a unfortunate situation where we both swapped and they were able to farm us down with that Shadow Ninetales, and we weren't able to farm them down. Otherwise, you know, it would have completely changed the outcome, I think. So here we have to switch out the Abomasnow in the lead. We switch into the Dubwool. They switch into the Diggersby. This Diggersby is very tanky. So at least we're doing super effective fast moves. It looks like this... No, it looks like Quick Attack, I think. I think this Diggersby is running the Quick Attack, so it's probably running the Scorching Sand and Hyper Beam version. So we did get 2 Scorching Sands, and since they decided to shield that one, we're going to immediately throw another Body Slam because we already have it. And so it looks like Skelly here is coming in. We have to go for this payback. Huge payback damage right there, doing probably like 80%. And it looks like our opponent decides that it is GG's after us revealing that we do have the payback and not the wild charge. Yeah, and that's GG's right there. Looks like our opponent ends up quitting right there. Kind of an interesting team. You know, they had the Abomasnow and then the Skelly, and then they had the... what else? I forget. But GG's to our opponent right there. On to the next game. So Pidgeot versus the Steelix, not a great matchup. We're going to have to switch out into the Dubwool. This Dubwool is going to be met with the Vigoroth. So we've seen this before. Let's see if we can get the same results. I believe the Vigoroth is trying to double shield here, I believe. If they shielded that early, we're getting the early indication that they're trying to double shield. So we're just going to throw a bunch of body slams, and that is in fact what's happening right now. Looks like our opponent is just trying to double shield their way through this switch. And I guess we're going to be okay with it because we do allow it to go down. We're going to come in with our Pidgeot here. We definitely can tank at least one body slam. But the question is, are they going to be able to get to 2 body slams here? Let's see. Looks like the answer is no, because we're going to switch into our Shadow Steelix to get an energy advantage. And because of that, we forced our opponent not to come in with their own Steelix because we would be able to get to the Earthquake faster. So they actually come in with their Talonflame. The Talonflame here is already debuffed once, but because we're Shadow, we're going to eventually shield. And it looks like our opponent here wanted us to get that last shield. Then they come in with their Steelix. But because we had energy advantage, we're able to get to this Earthquake. Will this Earthquake take out the Steelix? Not quite. And it looks like our opponent ends up throwing the Breaking Swipe again. Breaking Swipe does not KO, so now it's a race to the Brave Bird. Looks like the Talonflame there was not able to get to the last Brave Bird, and we are able to get to the Brave Bird. So GG's to our opponent right there. Lucky for us that we got a head start in energy with that Shadow Steelix of our own to kind of like affect the outcome of the game there. Because of the energy advantage on their Shadow Steelix, we were able to debuff the Talonflame when it came in, and then also it potentially could have threatened to KO the Steelix because of the energy advantage. So, next game here, we are met with the Gligar. This Gligar, you know, similar role as the Pidgeot. Looks like we are able to debuff them here. So, we're expecting another Aerial Ace, but this time taking less damage, and we do force out some Graveler? Shadow Graveler as a switch is kind of crazy. The question is, do we ever shield here? We do shield once, just to maintain alignment, and we have to go with the payback move here because the normal type would be resisted. So we decided to just go for the payback to take it out, and now we're going to try to get to another body slam here. Looks like our opponent ends up getting to the Aerial Ace. Not enough. So it looks like we are going to be able to take out this Gligar, or they have to shield. And now they're down to the last Pokemon, and it ends up being the Tropius here. This Tropius doesn't have any big moves to make Steelix worried about. But since we have a shield, we're going to shield, and then we're going to just try to debuff this Tropius as much as possible. Interesting, they didn't shield. They go for the Leaf Blade. It's only neutral. So this Breaking Swipe here is going to get them even lower. Looks like they're saving 2 shields for this. No, they knew their fate. So GG's to our opponent right there. It looks like they knew their fate. And check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.